Hello and welcome to another GTFU race highlights video. This is, it says it on the screen, look, Group 4, Mount Panorama, race 1 of 2. This is the final round of the season and we are in the Scirocco as the lights go out here in Australia, he says, as if he's actually there. So yes, quite a slow getaway, particularly back there for Amy. That was particularly slow getaway. I don't know if she was half asleep there, but Mr. Beez out in front at first because this track is known as Mount Beez in the GTFU community. He is a bit of a star around here, so we'll see if that plays out for him at this race. So we go up the long straight for the first time. Hyde not giving Beez any space to get out in front there. He's clinging on to him like a limpet. But going a little bit wide there. So up the mountain for the first time. We are going to be doing the mountain 15, maybe 16 times. So yes, no action so far. So let's have a little look at some of the runners. So that is Beez, Hyde, Grumpy Grandad, and Dangerfield are the top 4, and then that is Mancy in 5th, followed by Damon Punterino and Wacky. And then Johnson Blaze, I think, was after that. And then there'll be Tiggs and Amy right at the back. So nice to see the cars going over the mountain, nice and mellow. Bit of a dodgy camera work there, but that's fine. This is the trickiest section, downhill braking. Lots of camber, and it can really sling you into a wall at this point. But everyone getting through there, nice and safe for the first time. Around Forest Elbow then, and onto the back straight, which is incredibly long. So we'll just watch them, shall we? Excuse me. Nice view of Hyde's car there with his Kenwood, I don't know what kind of livery that is, but it's quite a nice one. Beez with his extremely loud livery, it has to be said, we're not going to miss him. And that is Grumpy Grandad is all over the back of Hyde, so he's wanting to climb up from 3rd up into the upper ranks of the podium. But nothing just yet. All following on. What's this going on here? This is the battle for 8th and 9th. This is Johnson and Rene. I forgot Rene was in here in his shameful standard livery, it has to be said, but there you go, you need to get that one sorted out, Rene. Oh, and that's Johnson Blaze going very wide on that last corner, hitting the wall, getting himself a 2.5 penalty, damage to the car, and it lets Tiggs past as well. So not a great end to the first lap for John there. Right then, what's going to happen now? So we go back up the straight second time. This is lap 2. We're going to take a bit of a skip here further on up the mountain, further around the lap. This is Wacky and DP. They're going to have a bit of a scrap, hopefully, coming down the mountain. I'd love to go to this track in real life. Looks amazing. Must be terrifying to drive though. But Wacky not scared, that's for sure. He's all over the back of DP, not trying to distance himself too far from that livery there. But I wouldn't blame him if he did. Not his own, I'm talking about DP's livery, of course, but yes, right on the arse end of him now as we go into the slipstream zone. He's going to pull up alongside. I think we're just going to ride like this all the way down to the corner, and then it'll be every man for himself. We'll see what happens there. Purple sector, baby. So Hyde is out front now, so Beez has actually slipped from 2nd. Hopefully we'll get to have a look at that in a minute, but I've just noticed on the tower on the left hand side there that the lead has changed. I must have missed that. And DP manages to successfully hold off that attack by Wacky. So here we are back at the front now with our new leader. That's Hyde and Beez. Oh, and Hyde's throwing it out wide there, so that will give Beez his rightful place back at the front at Mount Panorama as we go on to lap 4 now. It's a really tricky track to say, let alone a tricky track to drive. Really fluffed that line, didn't I? So, and what we're doing now, we're all caterpillaring up. We're going to take a little bit of a skip on. This is lap 5, so start of lap 5, and that is Hyde again, once again, riding right on Beez's bumper. And you want to get it done before the mountain, because once you get onto the mountain, very difficult to get anything done there. He pulls out to the left, hoping to find a way past around the outside of this next corner coming up here, this left-hander. Is he going to hang it around the outside, or is Beez going to keep his nerve? No, Beez keeps his nerve and takes that place back, does he? He does indeed, yes. Hyde slips in behind him and settles in for the long trek up the mountain, no doubt. Okay, so Hyde is really sticking to him. So hard to follow someone up here. It's really tunnel vision stuff, and if all you can see is the back of the car in front, well, it terrifies me. And I never seem to quite get it right, particularly around this bit. It's very easy to hit the wall on the right there, as Beez very nearly does, but with precision driving manages to get within a whisker of it. Then we drop down over the curbs into the twisty turny bit. It just keeps getting steeper and tighter and more difficult. That wall jets out there, he nearly took that with him, but managed to survive it. So we are back now further around the lap. We've taken a little bit of a skip of a time because presumably Hyde is going to make some kind of move into here. He is making a move to the outside, which is the inside for this corner, and he's going to get it done. So Beez just needs to settle and keep on him, not make any silly mistakes. So we are now with third, Dangerfield and Grandad. Another battle that is brewing as we go once again back up towards the mountain section. Like I say, you want to get the overtake done before the mountain section because it gets very tricky once you're on there. Sorry if my mic crackled there. I had to cough and I didn't want to do it straight into your ear holes, so I muted myself, but I know my mic's a bit... Oh, I'm missing the action here. Grumpy Grandad getting his third position back onto the podium there. Dangerfield held it for a little while, but Grandad soon pinched it back off him. This is another battle brewing. This is DP, Mancy and Wacky, all seeming to stick together in a clump. No one actually managing to get the better of that one, although Damon has it for the moment. Ooh, and that is Dangerfield going wide there. He's just drifted it wide over the top, no harm done. Maybe just lost a little bit of time, but Wacky's certainly keen to have a look at the back of that, or the side, even better, of Mancy's car. And that's Dangerfield again going onto the grass there, so he's really pushing the limits of that corner. And Wacky didn't manage to get in front of Mancy, or is he going to have a look there? No, I thought he was going to have a little look there, but he'll have to wait for the straight and maybe get the slip down the main straight there. If you enjoy these videos, by the way, don't forget to like and subscribe and leave me a comment and all those things that YouTubers say. But also, if you want to join us, we do lots of events. Who's that with a penalty? Missed some action there, too busy waffling. If you want to join us for events, leave a comment in the comments bit and I'll get back to you. Why not? It's good fun, no pressure. So yes, anyway, back to racing. So Hyde and Beez now fighting it out on the top of the mountain. Beez really wants to stamp his authority on this. He's also in line for the championship along with Hyde, so it is a championship battle going on right there. I will try and show you the championship table at the end of the second race, but not sure if that's possible. And this is really close there. Between these three, this is for fourth position. This is Wacky, Mancy and DP, all squabbling for that fourth position. And no one, like I say, getting the upper hand. DP still got the upper hand at the moment, but they're all they're looking like they're faster than him because they're all piled up behind him, if that makes sense. Back to the front then. This is skipping around more than a kangaroo, but we've got Hyde, Beez having a look up the side of Hyde, and I think we're going to have the pleasure of riding up the mountain and back down again, hopefully, with Beez sat in his passenger seat here, just looking at the back of Hyde. Nice easy bit now, and then it suddenly gets hard as you go under this banner, drop right down, a little twisty turny, and then it gets even more. Oh, and that's too twisty turny for Hyde. Let's just we missed that. Let's have a replay there. Did he take it right the way around? Oh, he did. He just got the back wheels on the grass, and it just went round like it was on ice. So that's Beez will be happy about that. That's prevented him from having to fight for it, and he's managed to get out in front. So go on, Beez. So back to this battle for fourth place. Sorry, oh, and Mancy's gone very wide there. Wacky followed him a little bit, but still got a better run. He's going to get past Mancy. DP's managed to gain a little bit of space from that, but that's put Dangerfield in the mix as well, because Dangerfield and Wacky going around there. I think was there any pushing? No, it looked all good to me. But they are inseparable. Dangerfield, Mancy and Wacky all line astern, all side by side, all buffing and battering and playing fair, it has to be said. Mancy going wide onto straight, that's not going to help his run. Dangerfield's having a look at Wacky. Oh, this is a lot to keep up with, isn't it? What tremendous racing. So, side by side, Dangerfield and Wacky, and they're both looking at Mancy B. Dangerfield, I think, has got the slipstream at the minute, so he does have the advantage, but Wacky has the inside line for the corner, so who knows what's going to happen? Let's just see. Yeah, Wacky does it. The inside beats all. So is that battle going to keep raging? Like I say, DP will be pleased because he's given him quite a good bit of space there to play with. So taking the pressure off him, but there's no pressure release for 5th position. This is real nose to tail stuff up the mountain, and as I say, it's incredibly hard to follow up here when you're driving that close. Is Wacky going to have a look? No, he's not. Is Dangerfield going to manage to get around the corner without going wide here? Yes, he does. Okay. So all 3 of them piling down the mountain. This is scary stuff. I'm just going to hold my breath. Yeah, no, it looks like Mancy's got that one sorted out now. Unless the slip stream comes into play on the long straight coming up after the Forest Elbow. I'm quite proud that I know the name of that corner, because I don't normally know the name of corners, but I know that one. So what we're doing now, we are on board with Dangerfield, sat in Dangerfield's passenger seat, having a good look at the back. Whoa! Wow, that was some late braking. I thought he was going to go straight into the back of Wacky there. In fact, Wacky is dragging his heels a little bit around there, so I reckon Dangerfield could have got past him if he could have found a space there, but he could not. And so he's stuck behind him, and that is Wacky going in way too deep, late braking. And Dangerfield keeping it nice and calm and just easing past, making use of the better traction off the corner. I think he's got that one done. He has indeed got that one done. I can see Wacky in the rear view mirror there. Lap 11 now. What are we, 23 minutes in? This is a half-hour race, but this is a highlights package, obviously, so it's not going to take half an hour to do. I've gone to all the trouble of cutting it down for you, and this battle still goes on. Wacky and Dangerfield still side by side, all the way along the straight, into the corner together, and I think Wacky has managed to snatch that one back. He has, he's got his 6th place back. He'll be, Mancy's managing to pull out a bit of a gap now because of the squabbling going on behind, so that's good for him. And what's this? This is Beez coming down the mountain. I think we're going to have a look through the running order. So this is Beez in 1st, Hyde in 2nd, and then who have we got next? We've got Grumpy Grandad there in 3rd in a Wacky Racers livery, bizarrely. I actually really like Wacky's livery. Not so keen on that one though. And I won't say anything about this livery, but that's Damon Punterino in 4th. Mancy in 5th. That's been a hard fought 5th. I'm not sure that'll keep that result, because that looks like it's going to change. Wacky in 6th, Dangerfield in 7th, number 38. We're going to have a look at him going down the straight. We can see right across the plain. Rene in 8th, shameful livery, and having a bit of a sedate race for him, to be fair. Johnson Blaze in 9th. That livery is no longer complete because it has bounced off a couple of walls, so you can see some patches of silver there. And then we've got Tiggs pootling along in 10th, having fun. Not much more to say there. Well done, Tiggs. And Chloe back there in 11th, really struggling with this one. Is that some kind of football team, that livery? It's probably a football team. I don't know, nor do I care what it is. So back to the front then, back with Mr. Beez. As I said earlier, we call this circuit in the community, we call this Mount Beez, because he is a bit of a legend around here. Just gets it done, very few mistakes, sitting out front, nice big gap to hide. So that is, oh no, he's got, oh, what was I just saying? Oh, Beez. Yeah, he just caught the wall there, went a bit wide, caught the wall. Completely disproving all my praise of him, and that is going to drop him down to 3rd. That gives Hyde nice big lead. Beez also picked up a 1.5 second penalty, so he may lose another place there. I think he'll be safe though. And he will be driving angry now. I don't know about Beez, he'll be more like wasps now, won't he? In fact, he is already aggressively onto the back of Grumpy Grandad, and having a look there, but yeah, it's not going to happen. Deep breath, Beez, regather. This battle is still going on. Poor old Wacky and Mancy, they must be absolutely knackered, because we've still got 4 minutes left and they've never been, you know, more than a gnat's hair apart. And Dangerfield is back with them now as well, so I don't know if he has had some kind of an issue, but he got pulled back towards that. But he's definitely had some kind of an issue now as he spins it out on top of the mountain. We've seen him go wide a couple of times on the top of the mountain there, but that was more disastrous than the other ones. And this is no Dangerfield here. He obviously got left behind in that accident, but Mancy and Wacky, they're not going to stop the playtime. So side by side into the first corner. We're coming to the dying laps now, so we're going to have to sort this out one way or another pretty soon, gentlemen. And that is not sorting it out. That is skipping down the straight hand in hand, with very little between them. Although I think Mancy has just got maybe a little slightly better run out of that corner at the bottom, and is just put him a nose ahead there. So is that one now sorted? Mancy and Wacky, 5th and 6th. If you don't hear the crackling, by the way, I've been back and edited it out. So right, let's have a little skip on here. So this is Hyde. Oh, and this is the end of the race now. So let's see what the final order is. That's Hyde in first. Grumpy well out in front there. Beautifully done, sir. That was really Beez's race, but he chucked it away. Grumpy Grandad comes across in second. And go on, Beez. Still on the podium, third, but a bit of a nightmare there. DP in fourth. Wacky coming across in fifth, so he actually got back past Mancy. I think last time we saw him it was the other way around. Mancy in sixth, Dangerfield seventh, Renee in eighth, Tiggs in ninth, and Amy in 10th. Well done, everyone. Wow, that was an exciting race. We have one more race to go in this final round, and I'll be posting that one later. Like I say, please leave me a comment if you enjoyed it. If you didn't, then just hit the dislike and leave me a nasty comment. Thanks for watching.